Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, September 25th. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, immigration advocates, policymakers, and others gather for a national conference today. The focus of the event is to ensure that Latinos and other groups have resources and information to effectively integrate into this country. Denise Douglas has the story.
Immigration conference in Baltimore where a lot of key issues are being discussed, including the deferred action which recently took effect, the DREAM Act, which is on the November 6th ballot, and folks here are also talking about the impact that the Hispanic vote will have on the upcoming presidential election.
Basically, the Latino community is going to vote and support politicians that are working towards their issues and speaking to them and speaking to the needs of their community.
Some 10 million Hispanic voters could be deterred from the polls because of voter ID laws, tougher voter registration requirements, and efforts by some state officials to remove non-citizens from the voter rolls. But Sola Ayaji says a number of advocates and organizations at the conference are working to prevent that from happening.
And so a lot of organizations are filing lawsuits and challenging these laws to make sure that all people have access to the polls come Election Day.
Organizers say that turnout was higher than it's ever been in the 5 years since the event started. They saw about 900 people come through. That's about 200 more than they've seen before. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
Well, we reported yesterday about harassment that Bedford station tenants and others in surrounding apartments say they're enduring at the hands of new security guards hired by management. Residents tell CTV that they plan to write complaint letters and submit them to the Prince George's police chief. Tenants say the guards are asking them for IDs and won't let them stand outside of the complex. Today, we called the police department for reaction. A spokesman says the department will have to look into what is going on at the site before commenting.
Well, whether it's on TV or the radio, the commercials for Question 7 are flooding the airwaves. So far, gambling companies have spent more than $20 million towards the November referendum effort. And as Election Day gets closer, you can expect to see even more ads. Penn National Gaming, which owns Rosecroft Raceway and a casino in West Virginia, has already poured in $13 million to fight the gaming bill. The biggest spending proponent, MGM Resorts, who wants to build a Vegas-style casino at National Harbor, has spent close to $9 million.
Millions of dollars for new schools and teachers. Thousands of new, good-paying jobs, all without raising taxes. That's what a world-class resort casino at National Harbor would mean for Maryland. But it won't be built unless lawmakers give us the right to vote on it this November.
The developer of National Harbor and the owners of a planned casino in Baltimore have also given thousands to the pro-expansion campaign. Well, the Prince George's chapter of the NAACP and local volunteers kick off a one-day campaign to register new voters for the upcoming presidential election. Iverson Mall was one of 3 launch sites today for the This Is My Vote campaign. NAACP President Bob Ross says the number of registered voters is low for a county as large as Prince George's, and this must change.
There was 63,000 African Americans that were not registered in Prince George's County. As we move into the final day to prepare for the upcoming election, we want to register as many of those 63,000 that have not registered. And we're encouraging everybody that haven't registered to go out and register. You can register online. You can come to one of our sites today that we're doing voter registration. You can stop by our office.
You are officially a registered voter here. Tell me, how does it feel?
It feels real great because all throughout my years of being 51, I never really had a chance to vote. I realized that for my vote, I can make a difference.
And just a reminder, the 2012 general election is November the 6th.
Maryland's top court indefinitely suspends Delegate Tiffany Alston's law license. The Court of Appeals unanimously found that Alston violated the Maryland Lawyers' Rules of Professional Conduct by failing to diligently represent a client. She also allegedly broke an agreement with the Attorney Grievance Commission and failed to respond to the chief prosecutor's request for information. Alston's trouble with the commission is unrelated to her June conviction for misdemeanor theft and misconduct in office or her trial next month on charges of misusing campaign funds. The June conviction could lead to her ouster from the House of Delegates. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Sonia Sherva.